These are the end times. There was no hope of survival. This is how you died. Anyway, hello, and welcome. I am B42, and we are back today with some of my good old favorite Project Zomboid. Hey, how you do, Gear Joe? As you can see, we're just getting started, so no, I have not yet been bitten, but gosh darn, I might be doing some biting. Let us pause real quick, take stock of where we are, and also turn off debug. I'm a little bit thrown off because of the way that Zomboid is and my replacement monitor is after my old monitor crapped out. I currently have OBS up on my secondary monitor and the game up on my primary monitor, while normally I have that reversed. So I'm a little bit like, wait, who am I? But we'll figure that out. Okay. Anyway, meet our protagonist for the day, Debbie Canada. I'm a bit low. Oh dear. Blah, 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 blah. Any better? Better? Cool. Yeah, my microphone was angled funny. Anyway, meet Debbie Canada, our randomly generated protagonist for the day. Randomly generated in appearance. I did pick her traits: thin skin, conspicuous, hearty appetite, prone to illness, slow healer, weak stomach, cowardly, wilderness knowledge, keen hearing, fast learner, outdoorsy, dexterous, burglar who smokes. Which is to say, a very basic build for me. It's day 3 of the Knox evacuation. Still no official statement on the contagion that has gripped Kentucky. The exclusion zone remains in place. Military personnel from local bases have a huge area closed off. The primary deployment south of Louisville. The exclusion zone stretches out below the curve of the Ohio River and contains the small towns of Muldra and West Point. We've been told there will be answers. LBMW understands a press conference will be held this afternoon on the brewing chaos of the last 4 days. Will the communications blackout be explained? Until then, the only advice for those nearby remains: stay indoors. This is Frank Hemingway from the local news. Okay, thank you for that. Device options. You're very loud. In fact, how about you be quiet while I learn to make chicken noodle soup? Okay, and as I often do, I do have, rather than playing in the standard apocalypse settings, I do have my preferences in the, what do you call them? I have my preferences set up, so zombies, I don't deal with respawn. I have the, what do you call it? Things adjusted a little bit so that the, muscle fatigue is a little bit lessened. Compensate by having, blah, 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 blah. I know words. Infection, like, not zombie infection, but, like, normal wound infection can cause damage when normally it doesn't. Yeah, they tell you to stay indoors and people being weird. It's time to grab an axe and become king of mountains, junkyard, decider of fate, and cutter of necks. I agree. Debbie Canada hears some bad news in the media and immediately grabs a dead rat from the cupboard. Look, sometimes it be like that. Sometimes it be like that. Oh, I've received a threatening letter. That's good. Good. That started out as being that's good, but no, actually that's good that I find bandages and such immediately. I was hoping I could get my hands on some kind of weapon. Because I am not counting the test gun that the game hands me because it's heavy and I don't want it. I'm leaving it on the floor there for now. I don't even have curtains. But yeah, so my custom settings are no respawns, fatigue, weapon fatigue is a little bit down, wound infection is a little bit up. The infection is not automatically lethal, but the complications that come with it can be. Yeah, I'll cook these things real quick. While I attach this frying pan to my back. Wait, these don't need to be cooked. That doesn't need to be cooked either. It is my policy to always cook the meat when I find it, because you never know when things are going to pop off. Okay, the frozen foods are no longer frozen. Let's get those oysters out before they totally burn. Okay. Okay. We got some meat. We've got nowhere to carry water yet. We've got bandages, we've got alcohol wipes, and I have a frying pan. Okay. This is a place to start. I think my first priority is to find literally anything I can make a bag out of. Or, you know, a bag. That would be nice. My second priority is to find a water bottle. Maybe this priority should be reversed. Nah. Bag first, bottle second. Third priority after that is to find a watch. Fifth priority is to find my way. I see a car. What do we got here? Open sesame. Blast. Okay, but it's a wood shop. I gotta get in there. Bonk. Bonk. Ooh, don't mind if I do. Okay, good stuff. Cannot carry all this crap yet. I'll put the box of nails in here. I'll take the duct tape. I'll leave behind the long stick. And you know what? I'll put this book in there as well, because this is a place I want to come back to. But, like, that's stuff I want to grab, but there's no use grabbing it just yet, because, like, how am I gonna carry that crap? Yeah, finding a generator is the easy part. Find a big and secure place. Number 2 being grab a generator. Yeah, those are good priorities. Though honestly, I only actually bother with the generator some of the time. Because the generator is good for preserving food, but if you can get a stable, recurring food source or a different way of preserving, if you can get... And again, it only really, really matters if you make it to winter. Yoink. Not gonna bother stripping those zombies just yet. Yeah, finding a generator is relatively the easy part. The harder part is finding the magazine you need to know how to use the generator. Hey, buddy, is that a mask, or are you wearing your skull on your face? Hey, could you fall over, please? Okay, he is dead. Ooh. Yoinking those. A watch! Marvelous. Yeah, exposed bone is fashion, I guess. You know, I have realized I need to move my chat window. There we go. Some radios are still on air. Yes. However, there's the thing where the radios are battery powered. So if you can just find batteries, you don't necessarily need a generator, at least not for a hot minute. And I think you need like a magazine or something in order to rig up battery-powered things to go, or to rig up electrical things to be battery-powered? I don't know. I've rarely actually managed to get to the point where that was necessary. Or to a point where I see an emergency salad bowl! Fresh, uncooked rice! Mine. Can opener and knives! We are in business! People still speaking on air and TV. I don't recall, at least if there's people still speaking on air, that's new. But the emergency automated emergency broadcast still goes off. So I happen to have it set so that zombies can trigger house alarms because I like the chaos it brings, but gosh darn, that sound fills me with fear. Well, fear is the wrong word. I'm not afraid. But I am cautious. Oh, that guy saw me. Okay, so how we're gonna handle this, right? How we're gonna handle this is we're gonna throw our pot of rice on the ground. And leave some of these, like, just slightly heavier things so that we are not fighting with a full inventory. You're dead? You're not dead. Okay. Yoink. Give me that margarine and the peas. And I'm just gonna season this rice real quick. Don't mind me, I'm sure this is safe. Don't mind me, I know what I am doing. This is fine. Yeah, let's just cook some rice in the middle of the street. That's a good idea. Road rice. It's the latest trend in culinary fashions. Okay. Okay, those guys didn't actually see me. They're just chasing the alarm. Do I have my road rice? Huh. I do have my road rice. Adding some salt to my rice. People say I play this game in a rather reckless fashion, and honestly, I don't know what they're talking about. If I just stay very still and remain calm, it's fine. There we go. I am thirsty. Over encumbered. You could go for some raw rice right now. I mean, honestly, rice with a whole bunch of meats and peas and it doesn't sound bad. Attach that to the other side of my belt. Let's put these keys in the key ring. Did that guy see me, or is he just wandering? I think he might just be wandering. Oh, nope, I think he saw me. Okay. I'll just keep cooking. This is the good, smart, intelligent move to make. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for that house. Because I need a bag, and I'm gonna need a place to sleep. Holding my breath. Put those things in there. Equip secondary. The blah 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 blah. Pause for a split second. There we go. Okay, now that we've got that, I'm gonna put my road rice. What am I doing? Okay. We'll put our ingredients in the trash bag for the moment. Along with the things that, like, are good to have, but I can live without if I gotta drop them. Okay. And for safety's sake, dropping that bag right there. I'm on edge, I'm thirsty, I'm peckish. Excuse me, I was aiming for the window. Okay. First things first. Turn the TV back on. Life and living. Retrieve our road rice. Shove this crap in the fridge. Okay. Okay. Put this chicken in the stove, turn that on. Okay. Hang on. Now that I've got counters, I should butcher this dead rat. That is in the crafting menu. Cool, 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 cool. Now we can cook the dead rat! Okay, funnel that to the fridge. Dead rat still has a couple of minutes on it. Drink some water. Rat to fridge. Turn off stove. Eat our salad. You know what, since we have a minute, I am going to create a stir fry. Prioritizing the rodent meat because otherwise it will make us very sad to eat. Can I get seeds out of this tomato? I can. Okay. Yeah, I'll add a bit of salt. For once, my starting character is not actually underweight, I don't think. Yeah, I didn't take those traits because screw it. Let's also... Wait, is my road rice still in my bag? You go in there. Yeah, we can double cook our road rice for extra goodness. Sheets! Make sheet sling bag. Perfect. And we have a pillow. Marvelous. Okay. What are pillows good for? As of build 42, pillows can be placed on a bed to make it slightly more comfortable, and to make it so that you are less likely to wake up with neck pain. I think they may also have an effect if you are sleeping in a car or like on a chair, like you can place the pillow down to have a slightly better rest. Okay, we'll put our road rice in the fridge. Stir fry's still cooking. Equip on back. Marvelous. Now I can transfer the things that I do not need in my inventory into my bag. Oh, hey, JJ, good to see you. I will indeed do all the things. These things go here. I will, as the food cooks, crack open my water bottle. My spine is not currently shrimped. And, stretch. And JJ says, hi, puppy dog. He's curled up all small in his bed. He's so cute. I swear, last night, I had the kind of unpleasant dreams that had me waking up, you know, in a state. And I will add, a tally mark to my wrist and so many words to my word count. I am pleased to report that progress has picked back up a little bit again. And I am in that state where I am not only writing, but it's coming a little bit easier and I'm feeling a little bit better about it. So that's good. There we go, hydration achieved. But yeah, I woke up in the middle of the night after having just slept rather unwell. And I was like, you know, rolling over, and the dog, he was curled up against me at the time. And then he woke up, and I swear he gave me the dirtiest look. Okay, this goes there. These can go there. This can go there, and the rest of these things can stay in the trash bag, because this is stuff that I'd like to keep, but if I lose it, oh, whatever. It's fine. I have no intentions of making this my actual base, because it does not have, much. But, in the meantime, it's not a bad stopgap. Okay. I cannot save my game in this game, but that's the reminder for when I am playing the other games, because I frequently forget. I knew what you meant! Gene Boyd. Okay, we're tense. We still have a little bit of time before it's too dark to do things and I'm too tired to do things. I had a whetstone and I had a dull knife. Where is... I would like to sharpen my blade. Not even so just so I have another sharp blade on hand, but so that I can get that little bit of maintenance XP. Because, in fact, it occurs to me, frying pan does not generate maintenance XP when used as a weapon. Okay. Sharpening all my knives that I can. Perfect. There we go. And I guess I'm gonna try to switch my primary weapon from the frying pan to knives so that A, I can start generating maintenance XP, B, I can start training with short blade, because that is honestly probably the weapon that is best suited to this character. I'd be ashamed to go to bed too early. And also, there's enough zombies in the region that I don't necessarily trust my luck. Ooh! This... I almost said this key has a car. This car has a key? And this book of matches? That's probably why I'm tense. Okay, how do I smoke? I haven't smoked since build 42. There we go. There's the thing. I haven't played a smoker character since the update, so it's been a hot second. But yeah, no, we are real lucky. Yeah, there we go. Tension gone. Somebody got a parking ticket. Huh. Ooh, he's got a bottle on him. Thank you, buddy. Heck, what am I doing? Rather than looting this house, I'll just kind of like, I feel safer sleeping in that house than I do in this house because that house has curtains. I say not having cleared the house at all. And having no idea who else might be lurking there. And also forgetting to fill up the water bottle before I... What are you trying to do? Why does this turn off? The lights? Huh. Chrome sink. Fill. Empty glass bottle. Yeah, that makes sense. I certainly wouldn't want to be typing manually at 64 miles per hour either. Okay, there we go.
Buddy, 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 buddy. JJ says hi. Are you sleepy?
Oh, he is curled up all small in his bed. He is dozing right now. Scuttle, 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 scuttle.
Kirjo also says hi. Yeah.
He blinked. Your love has been received. Okay. Gonna transfer our food to this fridge. I don't plan on staying here forever, but really, I rarely plan on staying anywhere forever. Add sheet to door. We can at least secure it somewhat. Ooh. Seeds, pen, empty 2-liter bottle? Pizza! Well, I don't mind if I do. The ancient contract has been honored. Might as well stockpile water while we're here. This house is a basement. This house has a TV in the basement? Hey! This is pretty nice. CD called Can of Tomatoes. Huh. Wah! I wasn't talking to you! sorry. My phone, I did not realize I had the AI who shall not be named active on my phone, but when I was speaking about the disc of audio. Anyway. Yeah, no, that's just the golf ad. I already got my fishing XP. Was that me? Was that a me noise? Okay, first things first. Shut those curtains. Next things next. Food go in food storage. I'll put the seeds I found all in this seed bag. Okay. Okay. Keeping this whiskey as an emergency Molotov. And I'm gonna come over here. And I'm gonna fill these bottles with water. I have to open this empty glass bottle. Okay. Alright. Do I have to close it again? No? Okay. Yeah, hey, Azuri, good to see ya. I am indeed back to Zomboid. I was feeling itch again, and I simply couldn't stay away. Let's put the whetstone in there. Let's put the spoon in there. Heck, let's chew this gum, why not? Place this there. And keep this 2-liter in our main inventory as our actual drinking bottle. Now, finally, I'm hearing an emergency broadcast. Is that air activity detected? Trying out the new patch? Yes, indeed. Indeed, I am. Okay, that alarm is not set. Perfect. Okay, I swear, seeing air activity made me a little bit paranoid, but then I remembered that I turned off the helicopter event because I didn't feel like dealing with it. This rubber duck is not my best friend. You know what? Hey, Debbie. How do you feel about a new look? Nah. Because my hair's too long to slick back. Wait, no, it requires hair gel. I got hair gel. There we go. Debbie Canada. This rubber duck is being moved to our permanent bag, along with these tweezers. And our emergency Molotov. And these band-aids. Let's also put that seed bag in our garbage bag. Yes, the rubber duck. What is air activity then? I have no idea. Oh, a bandage. Mine. Wait, sleeping pills. Mine. Those are going in my main bag. Wait, what did I just grab? I didn't, whatever it was, did I want to grab it? I don't know. Yes, I did. It was the pillow. 10-sided die for luck. Okay. Ancient contract has once again been honored. What is this character story so far? Debbie Canada is here. She was over there, but now she's over here. I should probably go deal with that guy. I don't want him breaking my windows. Outstanding storytelling. Yes, I certainly thought so. Yeah, no, we are just getting started, so Debbie Canada's story remains to be seen. There we go. Some days are more ancient than others. Oh yes, the saga of the road rice. I have so far. Debbie Canada makes excellent decisions when it comes to where and when to try and cook a meal. Activity into Sector 4. Air activity detected. It is worth trying to note down that the emergency broadcast... Actually, you know what? I think I might turn off this radio and yoink it, so that when I want to know the weather, I can figure out the weather. Also gonna grab this. And you know what? I don't think I'm gonna be using this room, so I'm gonna yoink the curtains off of here. And I'm gonna put them down there. The ancient contract shall never be forgot. Yeah, we're gonna make this our bedroom for the time we spend here in this house. Which, again, I don't count on being forever. But this is more secure than the trailer or the other house. What's that on the ground? I cannot tell. No other sheets? No other sheets. Okay. Basement looks very secure. Honestly, like, yes, and that's kind of what sketches me out about it. I'm the person who feels safer in an environment with more... Like, I technically feel safer in a less secure area because that means I have a means of escape. I would rather sacrifice a base and live to die another day than go down in a blaze of glory being besieged. Yeah, basements are scary because there's only one way out. Exactly. If they get in, you're screwed. But sleeping up here, like, if they get in, I have time to see they've gotten in, to hear them coming, and to panic and jump out of any one of these windows. Actually, maybe I will be sleeping in this room, because, I feel like I have a better view. Yeah, I would prefer... I generally prefer a sleeping higher than sleeping lower. So, we will put our bonus pillow here. Okay, that just kind of being good with pillow. Yeah, it's getting a bit late. Drop our bag right there. In fact, I even will go so far as to clear out one of these boxes. I said to clear out one of these boxes. To shove these chess pieces in the other half of the cabinet. So that I can then, use this to store my comic books. Ten-sided die for luck. I'll also, I am technically not over-encumbered. But I will be putting the radio in my trash bag because I do not need to be carrying it with me on a day-to-day basis. Sleep. There we go. What? Oh, is that a smoker's cough? Huh. Might have gone to bed too early. But that's fine. Let's have our cigarette and then have our breakfast. Okay. Screwdriver go in bag. Matches go in bag. You know what? Because it's dark and I'm a little bit paranoid and it's like super early in the morning to the point where it's not even really past my bedtime yet. Yeah, new sound design is great for immersion, but it's gonna freak me out. Yeah, that cough caught me by surprise. We're gonna we're gonna read till dawn. Yeah, I'll stick the book. I will not stick the book in my bag. We'll put the book in our book drawer. And now we will go and creep down the stairs. We'll also pull out all the stuff that is not yet cooked but needs to be cooked, which is just this steak. Okay. Wait, and this mutton chop. And I'll eat half this rodent meat stir fry. That is not depressing because I seasoned it well. The stove's over here. It's dark, but not that dark. Wait, that steak is cooked. What am I? Who am I? What's going on? Can I read? Was there not an uncooked steak? No, it's an uncooked sausage, and there is an uncooked steak. Why did I grab the wrong steak? Help! Yes, a happy meal indeed. Okay, you know what? While those are cooking, I will take a bit of a risk, and I'm gonna go and grab our book to read while the food is cooking. Reading a cookbook while cooking food. Speeding up time while cooking food. Cooking with Daybreak. Yep, exactly, exactly. You can definitely listen to my advice because I have never, ever set off the fire alarm in the house twice in one day while preparing my own meals. Don't you worry about a thing. I am very good at fire safety. There we go. Where? What? Ah! Where am I? Where am I? Oh. Okay, there we are. What? I fixed it. Ooh, bacon. Oh, hello, neighbor. It's my bacon. You can't have any. I missed part of the cooking show. But yeah, no, that invisibility thing, if you're curious, sometimes happens if you are playing while technically in debug mode, which I am to account for any fixing that I need to do because build 42 unstable is unstable. If you are using the hotkey to speed up time, one of them is also tied to a debug thing to turn you invisible. And pushing that same button again, can undo it. Okay. I want to keep my ID card in case I ever forget who I am. Yeah, didn't know that. I had to do some serious Googling to figure it out after the first time it hit me. Screw it. I'm not actively over encumbered yet. I wanted to switch my primary weapon from the frying pan to a knife. So that I can start training with knives. Well, that wasn't knives, but it was quick and quiet, so I'm not gonna complain. Bum ba-dum bum 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 bum. Hello there, my undead zombie friends. I'ma stab at you. I am going to stab at you. There we go. Disassembling digital watches no longer gives you XP, I don't think. Does it? Oh, it does. Okay. So it is still worth hoarding watches. Alright, for a hot minute, I remember it not doing that in B42. But, apparently it does again. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do... Oh! Right. They went and added street names to the map! I read that in the patch notes, but I forgot about that, and I'm, like, so kind of hyped about that, because, like, it's gonna be so much easier when they introduce multiplayer to give my friends directions, because I often end up playing Navigator in the car. So instead of being like, wait, not this turn, but the next turn, I can be like, okay, we're gonna want to turn left on Garnetsville, coming up ahead. Oh, this is so nice! Oh, this is so nice! And you can tell the station branch line, so you're not gonna... I'm so hyped. This is so good. This is great. Sandy Lane. You can say now, like, if you're playing with friends and you're role playing, you can be like, oh yeah, no. Oh, I live up along Walker Road. To say when you're trying to recover items from your home. Like, oh gosh, I'm remembering one of the first times I played this game, especially the first time I played this game, I wound up I actually spawned in this area. I spawned in the trailer park along Harris Street. And I had no idea where anybody else was. Everybody else, it turns out, had spawned along Main Street here. And we're hanging out along Diesel Street, Pattern Street, right around Cortman Medical. I did not know this. I did not know where anybody was. I did not know where anything was. I did not know the map yet. I didn't know the area yet. I was relatively new to the game. I was over here in the north of town. Everybody else was in the south of town. And in my search for any sign of any other human survivor, I wound up doing a huge, big old loop along Walker Road from North Main Street to the highway. I didn't stick around the highway, but I went all the way around the shopping district, Acorn Plaza, circled down to Dixie Highway, Wilson Street, through this area, panicking the entire time until finally, injured, bloody, barely alive, stumbling up Maple Street to Cortman. Actually, no, it was Dewey Street to Cortman. Being like, please, I hear voices. Can somebody help me? It was, beautiful. Anyway, I am going to mark my, temporary safe house here with... Actually, no, I'm not gonna mark it with a house, because that's what I use for when I've actually got, like, a base set up. I am going to mark it with the moon, because that is my personal notation for a place that is relatively safe to spend the night. I also, you'll notice, pressed F2 to pause my game while I was looking at the map, because otherwise I would be vulnerable to zombie attacks. And I wanted to freak out about the, text they added. And I didn't want to get bit while freaking out about the text they added. I wanted to gush about the changes in safety. Hello there, friends! It's just the two of you? Great. I'd like to introduce you to my little friend I call Paring Knife. Actually, no. Actually, I want to introduce you to my little friend I call Kitchen Knife. Yo, you guys stink. Okay, he is dead. Baggy jeans go there, and the shorts go there. And my knives are dull, so we'll sharpen them. Knife to meet you indeed. That is the building menu, not the crafting menu. Okay. I'm always a little bit paranoid stopping out in the open to do things like this, but, like, not really. I feel safer doing it out in the open than I do doing it in a corner. I will craft my take cigarette. Okay. And, just because I like to know things, how are we doing on our maintenance skills getting there? And we have barely any XP for our short blade skill, but seeing as we literally just started stabbing folks, that is not too much a surprise. I'm gonna pop over here. For the purpose of steal this garbage bag. Ooh, this muffin is stale, but it's not yet rotten. And this button also belongs to me now. It's gonna make me slightly bored, but that's okay. It's hard to be bored when you're being, stalked by the undead. You know, I can tell you from personal experience, the threat of zombies... It keeps your brain engaged. Hey! I swear, when I was going through the sandbox settings, setting up this little world, right? I saw that they changed the way it works. Zombie respawn is a lot just simpler to toggle on and off, rather than having to manually set the spawn rate. You can just say, now I want zombie respawn off. But it occurs to me, one of these days, I think it might be fun to play with zombies who are either, like, maybe they're a little bit smarter, but completely blind with really good hearing, or completely deaf with really good vision. Like, just to see the way that changes the game. Okay, who's pounding on what door, and can they please stop? Excuse me. Anything new on the map? That's a good question. I don't know if there are any new locations. I haven't really looked at that yet. Aside from the new street names, I don't know. Hey, excuse me, friend. I'm gonna stab you now. You can tell my knife is really dull because it took me like 30 years to kill that guy. Yeah, I'll just shove his jeans in there. I'll also take the opportunity to fill up my water bottle. Player zomboids could be smart. Ooh, that'd be wild. Just come over here. Yes, sure, I'll steal another sheet. Have I already been in here? I feel like I have. I've definitely already raided this house. I remember that yeast. That's a weird sentence to say. I remember that yeast. Senses reduced or something? True. And like a limit on how fast they're able to move, etc., etc. Remove broken glass. Real quick, because I just stepped on broken glass, I'm gonna check my shoes. I am also overheating a little bit. Or at least sweating, because my shirt was wet. Okay, my shoes are still okay. Ooh, chip cereal salt, yoink! What perks am I running? I am doing my relatively basic build. Thin skin, conspicuous, hearty appetite, prone to illness, slow healer, weak stomach, cowardly, balanced out by wilderness knowledge so that I can forage and do some basic crafting. Hello? Keen hearing, fast learner, dexterous, and dexterous burglar who is a smoker. Which is basically my default. It's my favorite. Sometimes I like to get spicy. Oftentimes I will try and I'll pick up other I might pick up other negatives to avoid taking smoker. But, like, this is my go-to basic build. Just because, you know, it's been a second since I played. I'm here to have some fun. You know what? Sure. I'll equip this paper bag secondary. And I will put my groceries in this paper bag. Except those lentils, they won't fit. How does the melee feel? Is it better or worse? I will say that, as for how it's by default balanced, I cannot say, because I did... A, this character's brand new. B, I do have the, exhaustion mechanic turned down by half. Balanced out by I have the wound infection mechanic turned up by half. Not by half of 0, because half of 0 is 0. You can't do that. But I have it at 0.5 instead of 0, and I have, Oh, hello there! In fact, I think I have both, the fatigue weapon, or muscle fatigue and wound infection at... No, I have wound infection at 0.2 and muscle fatigue at 5? Something like that. Can you please fall over, man? I'd like to draw my weapon. Thank you. And as for the zombies, the basic spawn rate and such is essentially default, but I did, turn off respawn because I like the sense of when you've cleared an area, the area is actually cleared. And it kind of makes it so that you do have to think about resource management a little bit with whether or not you are looting the dead. Because it makes zombie drops a little bit more of a finite resource. As opposed to theoretically, if you have respawns on, you have an infinite supply of rags, of knives, of, if you're lucky, beef jerky. But, like, if you've cleared the area and you are out of those things, you're just out of those things. Good luck. Okay, we will swing along back to our temporary base. I should probably have a shower as well. This is not our temporary base. This is, in fact, the wrong house. This knife feels dull. I want my gold stud earrings instead of these pearl earrings. Pearl isn't me. I have my priorities completely straight. Rather than try and sharpen this knife right now, I will attach it to the other half of my belt, and I will switch out my knives right here, so that I may stab this fella in the face. There we go. Love that crit stab. Okay. Where did the electronic pieces go? They are in my hands. There we go. Cool. Okay, so I have 2 screwdrivers, which means this can be used as a battle screwdriver. Let us also open up our crafting menu and sharpen our blades back up. I want to get as much out of my weapons as I can and take as many opportunities as I can to boost my maintenance skill. Yeah, you know, since we're here. Exposure Survival 1 on tape! I don't mind if I do. Hey, what do you know? I'm peckish, fresh cooked beef patty. I might as well just yoink that real quick. This kettle is also mine. Huh, chopsticks. Sugar. Peas. Corn. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Not gonna bother with that baking soda because let's be real, I'm not really gonna do like serious cooking. Most of my cooking is emergency salad. Is there a light switch in here? Yes, there is. Wanders into stranger's home, casually takes a shower. There we go. Where's my house? Okay, I just went straight over. Yeah, long-live Zomboid characters going to unlock a door and fumbling with an unfathomable mass of keys. That is exactly correct. Hang on, I'm gonna go check out that backyard barbecue real quick before I leave. It's to the point where, because they made it so keys actually have weight, and your keyring isn't essentially infinite anymore, which makes sense, but also is inconvenient. Hello, folks. I'm leaving. It's not uncommon for, yeah, they did. It's not uncommon for me to wind up with my, like, 2 key rings that I keep on my person, one for the keys that I have picked up recently in the area, and one for keys that are vehicle keys, and then, I keep the vehicle keys on me, and I just swap out key rings of other keys every now and again. Hi there, folks. Please don't see me. Did that zombie see me? No, that zombie did not see me. We're fine. I'm very overloaded, but I'm close to home. Those zombies are also close to home, but hopefully if I use these trees to keep the line of sight blocked, they will not see me go in the door, and I can unload this crap safely. If not, plan is to, run away, leaving a trail of random crap in our wake. That is always my backup plan. Okay, all food-ish things are going in the fridge because I do not currently have enough food stockpiled to feel the need to discriminate between, perishables and non-perishables. Just gonna drop that. Also going to take the opportunity to top up my water bottle and fill this kettle. There we go. There we go. Oh, it's nearly noon anyway. So we'll just come down to the basement all casual-like and sit down in this comfortable chair to read a book and watch some woodcraft. Handy timing on that. Cool. Perfect. All right. equip this secondary, and you know what? Device options, since we're here, and who knows, I'm gonna pop in exposure survival 1. It's generally better practice to wait to watch the tapes until you've read the books. No, I don't want to sleep. But seeing as I don't know when the power's out, and honestly, I am not planning to live forever here. Cool. Okay. Alright. Okay. And yeah, picking up the things I did. What thing did I pick up that boosts my maintenance? I don't... Was that... That's not wilderness knowledge. Or is it no, burglar only boosts your... Huh. The reason I like burglar is because it boosts the rate at which you gain light-footed and nimble. And sneaky. What's boosting my maintenance? Huh. Well, I'm not gonna complain. Okay, now that we've had a chance to rest... I'm gonna drop off some of my et ceteras up here with my comic books. Which is to say, this candle, this button, this battery. Alcohol wipes can go in my bag right now. Honestly, I'll put my lucky 10-sided dice in there as well. I really am on a tight margin with how much I can carry, and I would rather have my spoon. The rubber duck, however, is non-negotiable. Okay. I'm a little on edge, but I won't start getting depressed for a while. I can put off smoking. Okay, yeah, cool. And I do have a bonus battery. Alright. Alright. Actually, no. You know what? Rather than putting my et ceteras here, I will put them in my trash bag here. Since, I have it. And I have another trash bag that I can actually put my loot in. And once I acquire one more sheet, I will have my ground floor to the point where I can, move around safely without having to worry about a zombie popping out the window. Or seeing me through the window. A zombie can still pop up through the window. What's a sheet gonna do? What was I gonna do? Right. I was, in fact, going to grab a cigarette. Wow, that one cigarette put me over the encumbrance limit. That's hilarious. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna try... You know what? Unequip that bag right now. It's not doing me no favors. I'm gonna try to whittle down this horde a bit, because I don't like having that many neighbors! Especially not seeing as the more zombies you have in an area, the noisier they are, and the more likely they are to attract more zombies because of the noise they're making. That was close. Okay. We're okay. We are okay. There we go. Love me that crit stab. It's unnerving that you gotta be so close to make it work, but like... it's overall great. There we go. Actually, before I engage with that group, I am going to check my weapon again. There we go. Perfect. Hiya, friends. I also really enjoy running with the combination of stats conspicuous when I'm a burglar, because conspicuous makes it so that zombies, zombies are more likely to spot you. But being a burglar means that you have an XP bonus and a slight boost just in general to your sneaking and your and so being a smoker now means you cough randomly, which means it can compromise your stealth. Neat. But being conspicuous, being a burglar, the XP bonus to sneaking makes it so you're harder to spot, which eventually kind of eclipses the way the conspicuous debuff, at least in my opinion. And conspicuous in general, like, yeah, okay. If you're playing multiplayer, it means that zombies are more likely to single you out as opposed to your friends. But if you're playing single player, really, I feel like it just kind of makes it easier to draw zombies out of a crowd. Like, conspicuous is a debuff, but also it's got a certain specific use case utility. Just like cowardly is another trait that I like to run, because it the little nervous moodlet, or not the nervous moodlet, the fear moodlet popping up is sometimes my first indication that the character has seen a zombie that I, the player, have missed. And even the hearty appetite trait. Your character's getting hungry is not actually tied to your character's weight. Their hunger level and their, like, nutrition stats are two different stats. So, like, being hungry makes you weaker, but it won't kill you. Losing too much weight will kill you. So, if you're somebody like me who forgets to look at your character's weight for long periods of time and forgets to maintain that, the little hunger moodle popping up and telling you, hey, you should probably eat, means you don't forget. Just pop that in the corpse and put that screwdriver to replace it. Getting a little bit drowsy, but that's fine. Come around here. And we'll have the other half of our rat stir fry. You two have used up all your game for the day. Oh no! That's an important resource to resupply. Let us make... I don't know. Random stir fry because I can. Stir fry is better for gaining weight than salad, and I should be thinking about maintaining my weight. I should... On the one hand, I should start thinking about, hard hands burgundy, hard hands, hard hands, hard hands. Debbie certainly needs the good luck because, I'm the one in control. I should probably start thinking about securing some sort of long-term food. Because, you know, there's only... This fresh stuff ain't gonna last forever. And the refrigerated stuff ain't gonna last forever. And there's only so much non-perishable. So that means I'm gonna have to either learn to farm, hunt, fish, forage. And I can tell you that the way things are currently balanced, fishing and foraging alone, is not great. Let's read our cookbook. Oh, there's the button that turns me invisible. And zombies invisible. Oh, that's very alarming. Oh, hey! What do you know? We leveled up our cooking. Nice. I'll wait to cook that bacon, because I don't feel like cooking. Oh, I also read... Well, I've read nearly all the book. I've read all the book. How have I read 100... Okay, no, 127 out of 220 pages. I am good at reading. I thought it was like 227 out of 220 pages, and I had that moment of like, how did I read more pages than exist? But no, that is not what happened. In fact, I think I'm going to... Oh, wait, the book is obsolete. Right, the book is obsolete because I leveled up, and I am now too smart for it. Right. I know how things work. Okay, we're a little bit tired, but it's not very late yet. Gosh. What should I do with the rest of my time awake? Because I don't want to go to bed too early and wake up in the middle of the night again. Maintain our weapons. Our weapons are maintained. Let's take a peek at our clothes. Okay. Shoes are still fine. Maybe, you know what? You know what? I'll take the opportunity to, wash myself. And do some laundry. Da 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 da! I am now damp! That's okay, though. Though I love that you can wring out clothes now. And your shoes. You can wring out wet shoes. There we go. It does make sense that shoes would be harder to wring out. Okay, I'm indoors. It's getting a bit late. I don't have to put my shoes back on. But then again, I don't feel safe not wearing shoes, because what if I have to run away? Can I dry them with a towel? Probably not. Wet shoes, it's fine. Fill our water bottle. Okay. Wait a minute. I was sleeping in the other room. Everything the light touches belongs to me. It's not actually very much. Okay. Actually, no, the other thing I wanted to check, my skills. Okay, my sneaking and light-footed are up to 3. My nimble is 55 out of 300. Not great, but seeing as I'm already level 2, that's pretty darn good. Nimble plus short blade is so much fun to play. So I guess I'll use some of my remaining daylight time to work on that stat a little bit. Because again, I don't want to go to bed too early, because then I'll wake up too early, and then I'll be wasting, like, this entire good chunk of daylight. Or I could be doing stuff. What's my weight? Oh, my weight's going down. I should go eat more food. Ah! TV's on!
Researchers say even so, daily exposure to nature can have measurable benefits. Here are the latest headlines. In national news,
Welcome back to Exposure Survival, guys! I'm Dean, and we're going back to nature. So, you're a million miles from civilization, right? Yes, Dean, as a matter of fact, I am. You've got a camp, something like that. You've got a water supply, something like that. But you're in for the long haul. I certainly am trying to be. Let's Robin Crusoe, right? Time to farm. Ooh, you won't get anywhere without seeds, so find them. I've got a start on that. I found some mint. Take a trowel, a shovel, pack maybe in your bare hands. Okay? Dig some earth. Understood? Then sow seeds, and then water them. Simple enough. Keep them watered. Don't trample them. Thankfully, that's less important than it was in earlier editions. And watch the sky. You're at the mercy of the elements here. Who doesn't like a carrot, eh? Until next time, guys. I love that, like, technically, you learn to farm by somebody pointing out, okay, so in order to plant a plant, you gotta plant the plant. But that helped. And with that knowledge, we are now 1 point of agriculture. And the time it took to do that, we have now gained a full 10 points towards leveling up our nimble. I also think, you know, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this TV, and I'm going to drag it upstairs so I don't have to run all the way to the basement every time I'm doing something and forget the time. There we go. There we go. It's still too early to go to bed. I guess we're gonna have a cigarette. Where are my cigarettes? I'm blind. Where'd they go? Chewing tobacco. I'm not out already, am I? Did I leave them somewhere? Suddenly doubting everything. It's not impossible to think that I just accidentally put them somewhere. Like, they could have easily ended up in the fridge. This pen certainly does not belong in the fridge. No, my cigarettes aren't in the fridge. Did I use all the cigarettes already? Did that package only have like 3 of them? I didn't accidentally put them with my et ceteras? Huh. No, I'm just out. Okay, well, I guess it's a good thing I found that chewing tobacco then. In that case, I guess I'm going to be waiting to do that till the mornings to get the maximum benefit out of it. You know what? Hopefully the fact that I'm actively tired, I will set an alarm for 5:50 a.m. And we had a bad dream. Okay. Guess we're gonna go. Have a midnight snack. A little bit of vegetable and beef stir fry. Shaking hands, impossible to think straight. Make it stop. Yeah. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna try this chewing tobacco. Huh, show craft recipes used in. Oh, you can make flies cure from it. Makes sense. There we go. And then how much of that does that actually consume? Not a ton. Okay. Okay. Well, we're okay. Very dark out there, though. Don't love that. Should I? I shouldn't do the dumb. I shouldn't go out there. I shouldn't. But I could. I'm gonna... take a bit of a risk. Never mind. Nope, 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 nope.
Oh, hello, puppy dog.
Hi. I was gonna see if I could maybe sneak out and grab the animal husbandry book we found and shoved in that van we found. But I saw a guy standing there in the darkness, and the last thing I want is to get engaged in combat in the dark. I did not take cat eyes. And I'm not doing that. Can I get back to sleep yet? The answer is no. I'll take a sleeping pill. Because I want to sleep enough to wake up in the morning and have enough energy to get through the entire day before I have to sleep again. Also, my dog is here. He is licking my hand. He says hello.
Hi, puppy. You're a good boy.
Sleep. There we go. Still way too early, but not as early as yesterday. Okay. Disable my alarm for now. Creep downstairs to the basement. Not the basement. To the here. What do I want to do? My weight is still going down. Just eat this beef patty about it, I guess. And then... Gosh. Do I want to try working out? Because it's best to do that in the morning. Because you get sore about 12 hours later. And, it's just generally best to, you know, plan that so it happens when you're asleep and not when you're doing things. But also, I'm not really settled enough to feel like it's worth working out. And unlike when I pick up things that nerf my strength, for example, in exchange for more fitness, I'm not, like, desperate for any particular stat. Okay. I do not have room for chips in my bag. Do you know what? I'll swap out the peanut butter for the chips, because the peanut butter can go into ingredients and the chips are just kind of a snack. I'll also, you know what? I'll make a salad for the road. Peas, strawberries, steak feels like a weird salad. Radishes does not make it any less weird. But, Zomboid cooking is great because you can just kind of throw things together and it's fine. I still love that salad I made once that was tomatoes and marinara and ketchup and I think canned tomatoes, and those were all separate ingredients, so it was literally just a whole bunch of red in a bowl, but because they were different kinds of tomato, it didn't make you depressed. Don't really have any other skills I can grind in the meantime, unless I want to walk back and forth forever with Nimble. Why am I over-encumbered? Because of my salad, that's why. And my salad can't fit in my bag, because of course it can't. You know what? I will put this nearly depleted alcohol wipes in my etc. bag. Because, you really don't need more than one of those on your person. And they do take up a bit of space. Can I fit the salad in my bag now? No, I can't. My salad weighs nearly 2, and I have not even 1. Okay. I thought I heard a zombie. I'm paranoid, but it's fine. No, I cannot bear to part with my emergency Molotov whiskey, even though I do not currently have rags or lighters in order to do that. But both of those things are easier to find than the alcohol necessary for the emergency Molotov. So I'm not, if I need an emergency Molotov, I'm more inclined to be able to find those. I'll pop that down. That bath towel, I believe, did I take Outdoorsman? I think I did. Yes, I did. I took Outdoorsy, which lessens your likelihood of getting scratched by trees and makes it so that you're less likely to get screwed over by the rain. So while I like to have a bath towel, at this stage, it is not vital to me. Unwilling to part with my can opener. Unwilling to part with any of my emergency backup knives. The rubber duck is mandatory. I can live without my spoon for a minute. I can live without this salt for a minute. Though I do like to have some seasoning on hand for if I want to make a depressing meal less depressing, and it's like emergency salad I've picked up along the road. I like to keep a battery on hand for when I have a flashlight and it's threatening to run out, especially since B42 did their whole light system update. But since I don't have a flashlight yet, I really don't need the battery on my person. And now the salad fits. Perfect. And that killed enough time that the sun is starting to rise. And visibility has improved enough that I can now see who's out and about. But we're not going to leave the house yet because the TV show comes on in half an hour. There we go. And we're going to start the day right with a hearty breakfast of the other fourth of our vegetable and beef stir fry. There we go. And that was enough calories to stabilize our weight. Cause yeah, what's it? The hunger meter, your appetite moodle is tied to your hunger meter, so how much hunger the thing fills is how much it makes that moodle go away, or makes the stuffed moodle pop up. But that is entirely different than something's calorie count, which is what determines your weight level. And you can only actually see the item's nutritional value, fat, because it's like, it's fat, it's proteins, it's calories, it's all them things. The nutritional stuff actually does kind of matter. It's like, if you balance your protein levels right, you can boost the rate at which you gain strength, and so on and further. But if you're trying to gain weight, the hunger meter matters less than the calories of the food you're consuming. And, yes. And it's really wonky, because the way the system is set up, at least the last time that I did a deep dive into it, which was admittedly B41, and you have to enable a mod to see your character's actual, like protein values and such. In order to try to get the protein strength boost, right, you have to have enough protein, but not too much protein, which is really, really, really hard to do while also getting your character to not be hungry. And the only way to make that happen, to maintain your weight and not starve to death while also eating the correct amount of protein to build muscle, you have to subsist almost entirely off junk food. Because, like, nuts and fish and, like, half the stuff you find in an emergency salad, while it does not contribute to you gaining weight, it will put you past the protein limit. So, eating healthy doesn't help you gain muscle. And it's really weird. It's wild. Hopefully, with B42, they are gonna, make that not the thing anymore. Because it weird. Hello, neighbor. You spooked me in the night. Would you like to come over here and have a little chat about it? Not right now, puppy dog. I'm busy hunting zombies. There we go. Dismantle digital watch. Throw the jeans on the ground. Not gonna bother picking up that letter opener because it does not generate maintenance XP, which is something I do in fact care about. And my paring knife is dull, so we're just gonna sharpen that back up. There we go. And you know what? I got that duct tape. Can I repair it if I have a crafting surface? Probably not, it would seem. Yeah. Oh well. Right. My goal today is to get A, the area more clear. B, get our stuff out of that truck. Our maintenance went up. I love to see it. There we go. Our knife is dull again because our maintenance is low and we've yet to, hunting knives don't really start spawning on Zed until further in. What? Game? Where did you go? What did I click? How did I do that? I accidentally, like, minimized the tab somehow. For myself. But yeah, hunting knives don't start spawning on the zombies until a ways in. There we go. What is our short blade skill looking like? getting somewhere. Oh, a better little knife wouldn't do me any harm. No, a better little knife wouldn't do me any harm. No, a better little knife wouldn't do me any harm. And they're all trailing behind. And we'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. And they're all trailing behind. Okay, do I have... Okay, no, I am down to my last knife. So I'm not immediately going to put that on my belt because I want to keep at least one knife around for crafting purposes. So that I always have a weapon with which to carve. There we go. Okay, where's my garbage bag? There it is. Equip secondary. Yoink these things. Gonna leave the planks there for right now. It is. I know some people, like, the first thing they do is, like, for them, securing the base is barricading all the doors and windows. But I've hit the point where I truly feel safer in a house that's more open. I would rather just put sheets on and call it a day. Because as long as the line of sight is blocked, I'm pretty okay. I'll drop this jacket I picked up. And I guess we'll take the opportunity. You know what? I can push tents a little bit further. What else am I wearing that's wet? My tank top is wet. There we go. Okay. Now our mission is cigarettes and knives. Both of which are reasonably likely to be found in this area. Because kitchens have knives. And people and vehicles have cigarettes. Open sesame. Come on. Please. Please. Blast. I do have my weapon out. Cool. I want to remove the broken glass with something that is not my hands. Reach through, grab my bag. Equip my bag. Ooh, another empty 2-liter. Don't mind if I do. Yoink the food. Sure, I'll steal these pots and pans. Happy to steal more sleeping pills. wait, fanny pack. Mine? I swear, I was watching a, ooh, that's a shotgun. No, it's a rifle. I'm not interested. Freddy's Big Balloon. I was watching Call Me Kevin play Zomboid, and he put a tune to the lyrics provided by Freddy's Big Balloon, and it just gets stuck in my head now. I know a man named Freddy. He's got a big balloon. It got so bloody big, we thought it was the fallen moon. There's more lyrics. I don't know them. Freddy's headed to Mars now, and he won't take us along. La da 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 dum. To Freddy we sing this song. Ooh, yoink, yoink. I can repair that hatchet. Toss these. Toss that. Grab this and that. I wonder if there'd be any cigarettes in there. You never know. I will throw these things on the ground so that I can see them if I come back for them later. And you know what? Actually, no. Yoink. Because I might be able to carve that broken long handle, and I'll be able to at least sharpen the other things. Okay. Okay. I dropped my garbage bags, and I want another garbage bag. Delicious meals. Good cooking. Yoink, yoink. A microphone. Gonna eat this hot dog. And heck, I'll eat this bagel too. Yoink. Yeah, all these things belong to me now. Wait, no, I don't need that flour. I don't plan on baking. Not any time in the foreseeable future, at any rate. Yeah, there we go. Apple juice. Ooh, mechanics! Don't mind if I do at all. I'll also yoink this funnel so that I can siphon. Do I need a funnel to siphon gasoline? I know the rubber tube. I don't actually think I need a funnel. I'm suddenly doubting everything. I don't know anything. Anybody home? Knock knock. No? Okay, 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 okay. Hi. Hello, 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 hello! All this stuff belongs to me now? Might take multiple trips. I'm willing to roll with that. Yoink! I don't need a second fleshing tool. I will happily take this garden basket. And these things. I did already pick up a fleshing tool, yes? Yes, I did. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Equip primary. We have condiments, we have seeds, we have non-perishable goods. This is, right here, the jackpot. And also, this globe belongs to me. It's a lamp? It's mine now. I love it. I am in love with that lamp. It is an amazing lamp. Do want these, do want that, do want these, don't need those. Stealing these. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take care of these fellas. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna fetch the taxi. I hate when I accidentally push the wrong thing and can't see. There we go. Matches! Marvelous. Marvelous, marvelous, marvelous. Okay. Okay, don't get carried away. Don't start sprinting everywhere. This area isn't, like, clear yet. We want to play it a bit safe. Honestly, we should probably find a place with walls and a TV. And hole up, rest. watch. I believe it's Woodwork that comes on at noon. And just generally take a moment to rest, reconvene, resupply, recover, recuperate. Because we are just going to go back to our base. Because it's reasonably secure. Next to the taxi. And I know there's a TV here. Okay. Rest.
Hi, puppy dog. You're so cute. I can't pet you right now, though. I'm playing Zomboid.
Gave him head scritches and a little kiss, though. Okay. Agitation is dealt with. Breath has been caught. Let's take the opportunity to fill up our water bottle. Never a bad idea. And to have a bit of a snack. Or lunch. Yeah, there we go. Full to bursting. Calories are a bit low. You know what? We're gonna take our gracious host's shirt and wash it. So we can rip it up for rags. And then with these rags, I can use them to craft a Molotov. There we go. I feel much better having a Molotov in my bag. It's my security Molotov. There we go. Thus has Woodwork been watched. Our carpentry's only one and a bit because we haven't been able to find any book for it yet. Should probably check. Does this taxi actually have gas? Nope. Blast. We have, however, reasonably secured the area. Enough to the point where I feel okay not sneaking everywhere. Okay. Swear I heard someone moving around. Yeah, I'm gonna make 2 trips. Even trying to do this in 1 trip, in 2 trips is risky. Because while the area is reasonably clear, I am very over-encumbered, which causes me physical damage up to a certain point. And more importantly, causes muscle fatigue and exhaustion, which makes it difficult when the time comes to fight. So I have to be proactive and cautious. There we go, buddy. Okay. Ooh. Boots are better than sneakers. Perfect. However, while having a garbage bag in both hands like this does mean I don't have any free hands to fight if necessary, it also means that I overall am suffering less over-encumbrance, less overall fatigue. Okay. We're gonna be fine, I swear. Okay. Just gonna throw all foodish things into the fridge. Perishable or not. I'll sort them out later when I need to. And everything else will be left in bags in some way, shape, or form. Any food in here? No. Drop, drop. Sort out later. Okay. We'll rest. Catch our breath. Refill our water. Our water is full. Just real quick, make sure. Yeah, none of these ones were the one that I found I put the other empty bottle in. Cool, cool, cool. Now we run along back. Until we see a fella, and then we sneak along back. And then we stab a fella. Hey, fella. Fellow been stabbed? Whee! Sure would help if I didn't take my hand off the move button while holding the sprint button. You kind of need to be able to... You kind of need to be doing both. Okay. Equip secondary. Equip primary. Scuttle, scuttle, scuttle. Ooh, a fresh tortilla. Okay, I'm gonna scuttle along and go as fast as I can here. Take a brief rest in these plastic chairs. Catch our breath a bit. Hightail it home. Ideally, I think I want to eventually secure a location a little bit bigger, more centrally located. But, like, for the meantime, I think this is going to be our base for a hot minute. Okay, so the fridge is now full, which means I'll take the canned stuff and shove it in the freezer because I don't care. It's gotta go somewhere, and this way all the food is still in more or less the same general location. This pen does not belong in the fridge. Okay, there we go. Okay. First things first. Gonna grab these things. Accidentally go halfway up the stairs. And I'm gonna fill up everything with water that I can. Except the cooking pan. I'm just kind of gonna stick... I'm actually gonna stick the water pot and the empty pan in there. So that, actually, no. Put the empty pan on top of the fridge. But the water is in there so that I can real quick sterilize, the bandages that I found so far. Just heat up that water. Go over here to the crafting menu. Disinfect rag. Oh! Hiya, Pixie! Good to see you! Thank you so much for the... Thank. How you doing today? Okay, there we go. Our bandage is now sterilized. I feel it takes a lot more water to do that now than it used to. I am doing quite all right. I am happy to be back in Project Zomboid. I've been feeling the itch for this game again, and it's fun to see the new changes they brought in. Okay, let's grab these, and let's consolidate the etc. into. We'll just consolidate the etc. to get it into as few bags as possible. Yoink. And then we'll organize them according to what feels right. Okay. Other reason I don't want to stay in this house forever is I don't love its layout in the isometric perspective. I don't like having the counters along this space when I'd rather have them along this wall. Okay, so this bag, I'll start shoving books in. There we go. This bag is primarily agriculture. So this bag will be primarily agriculture. Yeet. Okay. Can also put these pouches here to try and, I don't know, organize my seeds, maybe? Put the rat poison over there. Ooh, hang on. I should probably learn how to grow things, shouldn't I? It'd be a good idea. Tobacco especially, seeing as this character's a smoker and kind of needs that. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Info. Discovered recipes and media. Agriculture. Tobacco. Planting is April, May, June, July, August. Okay, so it is currently July. So if I want to get a crop of that going, I should probably start it ASAP. Okay, I'll do that. I have not actually engaged with the farming system since they updated it, so maybe it's about time. Okay, cabbages. Lemongrass. Oh, and it takes 2 months for lemongrass. And July, August. Okay, so lemongrass I can do. Cabbages I can do. Sweet potatoes. Okay, Okay, no, it is just the planting season. Okay. Okay, so yeah, no, I can... Cabbages, lemongrass, sweet potato, and tobacco. Okay. Cabbage, lemongrass, sweet potato, tobacco. Gardening trowel. And I don't know about the tomatoes. Okay. And then this is my book bag. And I'll have this be my etc. bag. And then the bag that is currently in my hand will be my tool bag. Okay, etc. That goes in my bag. I should probably check what I've actually got in this, that fanny pack I found. Oh, wait. What was I just throwing etc. stuff in the... No, I was not throwing my etc. in my, tool bag. Book bag. Whatever bag. And I'll place the tool bag on this counter so it's next to... It's inherently next to a crafting space. Ooh, I can carve the large broken handle into a wooden rod? Yeah, I'll do that. Fix with duct tape. Okay, there we go. That'll do for now. Put the ranch in the fridge. I'll research this wooden rod that I carved. And I'll put it in the tool bag. I'll place my fun new lamp. Here. No. Here. I'll put the empty seed packets in this pouch. do I want to start a garden here? I really don't. But I don't want to... If I put it off, I might not have enough time to get planting in. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. We're gonna do what we gotta do. And I think we're gonna spend the next chunk of time trying to set up a little garden. And I'm gonna do it right off this wall, walled in so the zombies can't trample my crops. Very tired. Don't love that. But I want to try and get a bit more work done before I call it a day. Oof. I was hardly able to sharpen these things at all. That's unfortunate. Yeah, the axe head is nearly broken. That's not great. Well, it is what it is. Not much I can do about it. Worry about building up my walls after I at least get stuff planted. How do I dig furrows again? Ah, there it is. While space-wise, this does not seem like necessarily the most efficient way to do things, it does limit the capacity for disease spread because currently our friend Debbie here does not have the expertise necessary to craft insect repellent and mold such stuff. Crops, sow, tobacco. Okay, so you do only need one seed to plant. Okay, cool. So we'll do that, and then sow sweet potatoes, And then, you know what? I do want to plant some lemongrass, so I will dig one more line of furrows here. It's kind of trying to avoid planting anything so close to the door because zombies are going to want to pound on the door. But it is what it is. Crops, so lemongrass. There we go. We've done what we can. So we'll put the trowel back over there. Do I want to gamble? Because I know tomatoes grow in the summer. No, I don't want to gamble. Let's go here. Let's grab the lemongrass and sweet potato packets that are empty because I can put seeds back in those. Lemongrass, sweet potato. Do I need a crafting surface to put seeds in packet? Apparently I do. Okay. What? Seed packet. What? What did I just seed packet? Lemon. Okay, no. I want to put the sweet potato seeds in the sweet potato pouch. Yeah, I got confused there for a sec, but it's fine. You know what? I'll put loose seeds in this pouch. I'll put empty packets in that pouch, loose seeds in that pouch, and then these things over here. There we go. Yeah. And I can only hope it rains soon because I do not currently have the means to really water those plants effectively. Well, I do, kind of, don't I? I should, because, I don't know when it'll rain. Info. Yeah, alright. Water. I need a watering can. Two, 4, 6, 8. That's 4 trips. I'm committed. I can't wait till the multiplayer's out. Because then I will have friends who enjoy this sort of game with the farming more than I do. So that I can focus on the things that I like that they don't love as much. Like running around like a maniac. Grabbing everything I can get my hands on. Info here? Okay. There we go. Last trip to water, I think. And then I can spend tomorrow working on building a fence around this area. And seeing if I can't get a, what do you call it? The thing, the water barrel. That's the word I was looking for. Seeing if I can't get a water barrel made. Okay, and for dinner, we shall have... what can I... Oh, I can make a burrito! Yeah, I'll make a burrito! With sausage and chicken and cheese and ranch, apparently. And barbecue sauce, because why not? And, salt? Sure. Add some margarine, because I'd like to keep my weight up. And, steak. And that'll do. And to try and sleep through the night, we are going to use our... Can I fit those in here? I cannot. But I can fit these in here. Yes? I can. It's full. Okay. But I don't need 2 sets of alcohol wipes on me, so I can put these ones in our etc. bag. And I don't need that notepad, which will enable me to fit these band-aids in here instead. Perfect! There we go. Now, hopefully, for the first time since the apocalypse started, we'll be able to sleep through the night. Perfect. Okay. Okay. You know what? While we wait for the TV to come on, I'm gonna look at... What do I need? What do I need? What do I need? To build the walls, I'm gonna need these frames, and I'm gonna need, you know, basic wooden walls, planks and nails, and a hammer. I'm gonna need a hammer. I do not yet have a hammer. So that'll take a second. Oh, I gotta need a saw. Hammer, saw. Right. I'm also gonna need to build Gonna need to build, oh, these suckers. Yeah, these require carpentry 3, which is more of a chance that I can get to there sooner. Planks, nails, garbage bags. Alright, I have everything I need except the hammer there. And then for... Not looking at, farming. There's what I'm looking for. Plant drying rack. Just gonna favorite these. Not actually sure the difference between the simple plant drying rack and the normal plant drying rack. Like, obviously this one takes a lot, maybe just bigger capacity? We'll find out. Okay, well, day has started. We caught our show. Back to our quest. My phone's going off. There's my phone. I'm going to, at the very, very, very least, grab the planks out of the truck and get a start on our wall. I can't get a start on a wall. I don't have a hammer yet. So, correction. I am going to leave a loose pile of planks in the driveway so that as soon as I find a hammer, I can get a start on our wall. Okay. You know what? It's very hot out here. I'm gonna shed some layers. We're also gonna really quickly check. Aha! This house and that house have a shed. And there's a little... What's that up there? Let's go check that out. Because I do. I need more weapons, and I need a hammer. Is that a shed? No, that's gotta be it. Does that not count as attached to this house? Ha ha ha, hi! Okay. Equip secondary. Give me these things. That's all I need right now. Whoop, 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 whoop. Shove those there. Book in book bag. I didn't actually read these. Not worried about them yet. Okay, so there. cross the street there, and then back there. I think I'll go back there first. Just because I've already made some brief forays in that direction. So I feel a little bit, you know, safer doing that thing. So it's not a shed, it's a garage, but you know what? Heck. Both the places that are more likely to have things like hammers. You know, it's a rare day where I find the nails I need before I find the hammer. Normally I'm walking around with like 78 hammers and no nails. Blah, 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 yourself. Yes, thank you, Zomboid. I knew he was there. He did not, in fact, jump scare me because I was already watching him. As is my way, I throw his denim and his metal on the ground. And his leather. Okay, good news. There's a saw there. Okay, there we go. How's that screwdriver of mine doing? Doing okay. Okay. I still hear at least one zombie breathing in the vicinity, but he could be in that house. Oh, no. Not the window. Nice! Crit stab right off the bat. Yeah, I'll steal those sheet metal snips. Definitely steal that hacksaw. Vice grips? Sure, why not? Fishing gear? Yes, please. Huh. Die. Okay. Don't know why I would need that yet, but, sure. And you know what? More planks, please. Every tree I don't have to cut down myself is a boon. I'm pretty sure I can saw logs with a small hacksaw. Pretty sure. Let's really quickly check the growing season for flax and bell peppers. Just because I'm curious. May, June, July. Okay, but July is the poor month, so this is like the tail end of when I could theoretically plant a bell pepper. So I don't think I'm going to bother with the bell peppers. Because I already have cabbages and sweet potatoes, and cabbages and sweet potatoes both seem like they're much more, like, survival filling, while I think bell peppers would be more, like, for flavor and fun if you... They're a luxury crop. For the space constraints that I'm working within. Because I don't want to make my garden any bigger than it is right now. Not until I have the means to, like, be a better farmer. Not what I wanted. Be gone! You and you go over there. Loose seeds go here. Books and such go here. I'll clear up my duplicates later. And tools and things go there. Except for livestock-related tools, which will go in here. And for sake of not wanting to put another bag together just yet, I'll put my fishing tools in with those because, screw it. That's why. Okay, and with the planks on the ground, we can stop and snag a bite to eat. I've not eaten my salad yet, so I think I will eat that salad before it goes bad. Because it's not in the refrigerator, it's just in my pocket. And then I shall eat, or rather, I shall make another salad. Yeah, okay, that's as much salad as I can salad for the moment before I do another batch of cooking. And I don't want to just yet. Oh, you know what? I'll take these maggots and I'll put them in the fishing bag. And by the fishing bag, I mean the bag that has the fishing stuff in it that is not yet a dedicated fishing bag because I don't have one of those, We'll rest in this chair for just a minute. It's fairly overcast, which makes me optimistic about the chance of rain. And the other house with a garage was somewhere over here. Okay, it is the house I'm looking at. Oh, it's not really a garage, it's that thing. Okay, that's disappointing. Next nearest location where I might likely find a hammer. Probably along this way. But before I head that way, I'm gonna do a cursory search of this house. Because, I don't know. They might have stuff. They might have, like, a closet. A hammer closet. You never know. I am perfectly safe leaving my back to an open door that a zombie just came through and I'm hearing zombie noises out of. What are you talking about? This is a wise decision. This is incredibly wise. I only make good decisions in this game. Oh, there you are, friend. Yo. I love me a crit stab. Don't love it when the crit stab gets my weapon stuck in the zombie. But I love me a crit stab. Definitely taking all these things. Definitely taking all these things. Sugar cubes. Sure, those belong to me. Bath towels, socks. Bucket! I'm so glad buckets hold more now. In B41, they seemed like kind of a waste of space for how heavy they were and how little water they held, but now they actually hold a lot of water, and it's like totally worthwhile. Anybody home? Not down here. Okay, marvelous. You wouldn't happen to have a hammer down here, would ya? Plenty of nails, no hammer. Huh. Well, I appreciate ice cream. There we go. Okay, I'm not hearing any breathing, and also all these doors are open. Razor, toothbrush, telecom, blah, blah, blah. Don't need any of them things. Barbell. Ooh, spare sheet. I definitely can carry around a barbell in a trash bag. That makes sense. Okay, did not find what I'm looking for, but I did find some things worth having. Okay. I think... What am I thinking? What am I thinking? I'm thinking, rather than gamble on my ability to find a good hammer, I'm going to start foraging around to make a crude hammer. Just so that I can get a start on the wall. Put that down. That with the etc. I am also going to... Now that I have a fair amount of uncooked food taking up room in the fridge... I'm going to actually cook it so that it is definitely cooked before the power goes out. Should also probably eat my road rice soon. That'll probably be my meal the next time I get hungry. Okay, there we go. Just gonna set this down a sec. Grab that sheet. There we go. other benefit of putting a wall around here will mean that I can lift up these sheets to let light in once the power goes out. Oh, almost forgot to put the eggs in the stove. Gonna keep a close eye on those eggs. Everything else I can afford to turn my back on long enough to, like, fill up some of the things that I found here. Okay, fill saucepan. Yoink the chicken. Just in time for woodcraft. Okay, these are nearly done. There we go. And we'll fill that bucket because it's worth having a full bucket of water. These things are huge. I could create a bucket of stew. That's a lot of stew. Place that there on top of the fridge. There we go. What's that noise? I don't know. I don't trust it. Actually, you know what? The second griddle pan is not going on top of the fridge. The second griddle pan is going to be my emergency weapon. I did not mean to take all. Okay. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. Just a little bit tense, but that's not yet the problematic range. Right. Foraging and clearing the area. Of Zed, that is. We're all marching in the same parade, biding our time in this fleeting masquerade. We're all headed steadfast to the grave, while all the fuss will all be dust, and soon you'll spill your guts. Will you burn out, or will you fade away? Will you die young, or wither in old age? We're all dying to make it out unscathed. Well, the fuss will all be dust, and soon you'll spill your guts. Whoop! Let's get out of search mode. Drop our garbage bag for safety's sake. Zoom in just enough to tell that my screwdriver is, in fact, equipped. And prepare to deal with them fellas down there. Hello, friends. New to the neighborhood, are ya? I am very sorry to say you're not welcome here. I don't want neighbors. Fall over. Go away. Thank you. There we go. Okay. Okay. All good there. Back to foraging. I should pick up my foraging bag. That would help. Yeah, that's all the jewelry I just dropped. There's my trash bag. Equip secondary. Okay, I'm at foraging 2 in a bit. That's not bad. I feel like foraging is one of the things that's really easy to level. Like, cooking is slow to level, but inevitable to level. But foraging, it's easy to level, and it does not take forever to level. Aha! A rock. Exactly what I needed. Let's drop that there. Exit search mode. Check our screwdriver. Not looking great, but 3. Okay, I can handle. I could probably handle at least those 3 zombies with my screwdriver, especially if they don't attack all at once. So what is my, wrong thing? What is my short blunt skill looking like? Is it getting anywhere? It is nearly halfway there. Not bad, not bad, not bad. There we go. That's what I wanted. Nice and patient. One at a time. I can manage 2 at a time. Someone in here's making a racket. Hey. Hey. There we go. We shut them up. Wait, why did I eat one? Why did I want to go eat a fourth of a banana? What is the point of that? Ooh, 2 butterfly knives. Love to see it. Yoink. Yoink. Another rubber duck. I don't need a second barbell. I really don't even need the 1 barbell. Okay, We'll put all these things in here for now. Equip the secondary. And run along home. Oh, and I will indeed hydrate so not to hydrate so as not to dehydrate. And, shrimp my check. It is, ancient contract has been honored. And I'm stretching. There we go. And I'll give the dog your love. It is ever so slightly harder for me to see chat than it normally is, just because in order to play Zomboid and not have the noodles cut off, I, have to have them on the opposite monitor that I normally do. Which is just more, it's just easier for my eye to go back and forth with the normal setup. But we're making do. We're making do. Okay, we'll open this packet of buns. We'll pop these things on the stove. Put bug in bag. Put food in fridge. Put duck. On top of fridge. Notebook can arbitrarily go right there. Digital knife shall be digital knife? Digital watch shall be dismantled. And chucked on the floor. These things go there. These things go in tool bag. And honestly, these butterfly knives... Actually, wait. I think the screwdriver will be retired to the tool bag. The fillet knife will be attached to my belt. And then the other butterfly knife will go into this bag. Yeah. I should really probably move that corpse out of the house. That'd be a good idea. La 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 la. Place item. Might as well get some things read while I am attempting to cook. There we go. There we are. Salmon and sausage go in the fridge. Magazine can go back in bag. There we go. Okay. What was I gonna do? Right. Sir. You've been a lovely roommate, but I think it's time you moved out. There we go. Okay. Right. What do I need to make a hammer? I wish your favorited recipes, like, it's saved between characters, between games. What would it be under? Assembly? Stone hammer. Tree branch, duct tape. Does it have to be duct tape? It can also be rags. Okay, rags I can do. Twine I can also probably do. Does it have to be a tree branch? It does have to be a tree branch. Okay. Okay. We can make that work. I also just want to pick these pants up off my plants. My plants don't need pants. There we go. All clothing. Might as well do my laundry. Might as well wash myself. And might as well wash these rags. There we go. Tree branch. The hatchet is dull. And it does not seem I can sharpen it. Oh, you know what? I will nap a stone all before I use this big rock to be a hammer. I'll also craft up some twine. There we go. And I think I am going to try and just chop a tree with this hatchet to see how far I can get with it. There's a fire right there. It'll be warm and the Sherpas will love it. Big shout out to the 42nd. Till next time, guys. Okay. Hatchet's hanging in there. That's good. Let's pick up all this crap. And haul it, like, right over here. Give me a tree branch. And let's see. I need to make a hammer. There we go. I need to grab my nails. Where did I stick my nails? Are they over here? They are over here. Perfect. Let's eat half-hour road rice. And let's hope we now have everything we need to get a little bit of rough carpentry done. Building. Carpentry, is that not, I can't build a, do I not have the skill to, oh, I don't have the skill to build a wall frame level, wait, what? I thought I had carpentry 2 already. Blast. Blast! Okay. Alright, that makes things more complicated. Okay, well in that case, I'm gonna leave these planks in a pile right here. And can I saw these logs with a hacksaw? Or do I need a different saw? Okay, and yeah, alright. So the hatchet can only be sharpened up to dull now. Okay, anyway, carve. Okay, yeah, no, a small hacksaw ain't gonna cut it. Literally. Blast. Okay, well, let's less than ideal, but we will find a way to make it work. However, it is getting late, both in the game and in real life. So, in both cases, I think it is fair to say that the adventures of Debbie Canada here will have to continue tomorrow. Oh, Planes and Pants, new cartoon. True. I need to get a new monitor so that I can see, better. Anyway. I believe we are supposed to have, the finale, question mark, of Carnage in D minor this week over on Table of Horrors, which is exciting. Brain. So catch me there in a couple of hours. I swear, trying to bring my brain from one task to the other just completely makes me fritz. I don't know who I am anymore. What is anything? Anyway. Find me there in a couple of hours, and tomorrow I hope to be back with a little bit more of this. Let's wish Debbie and her garden luck. But, in the meantime, I'm going to wish you a very fond fare thee well and best of luck to you in all things, and I hope you have a wonderful day / night / whatever it happens to be, wherever you happen to are. I thank you very much for hanging out with me, because it's always a great time, and I really do, like, I know I say it often, but every time I truly mean it. I hope you had as much fun here as I did, because I had a blast. I enjoy hanging out with y'all! Anyway, all that said, the only thing left to say is, until next time, bye-bye!